Let's Pro confirm their place in the semi-finals, and did Optic Gaming. Congratulations to Optic. They guarantee themselves some DPC points and are guaranteed to finish inside the top 4. They won't be satisfied with that, though, because they are on the opposite side to Virtus Pro in the bracket. How much more points can they get? Can they win the whole thing and put themselves inside the top 8 with just 1 round to go of the DPC? It's getting very tight at the top, isn't it? But all of that later, of course, because we're into our second game very shortly between these two teams, Liquid and paiN Gaming, who've already met in the group stages. paiN turned them upside down in that one, but Liquid, they've struck back with the first game in our best-of-3 series. Nahaz and Fogged are back with us once more. It's quite intriguingly set up, isn't it, for game 2? What do we get now?
Can I, before we put game 1 to bed, can
I,
a couple more miracle stats?
Of course. Never sigh of miracle stats on Invoker.
8 of the 11 kills in that match by Invoker were on the Sunstrikes, highlighting the importance of those combos that Fogged and I were talking about in the post-game material. And it was almost more. He had 2 Sunstrike assists on mind control bot lane kills in the first 5 minutes of that match. He had a fight at 20 minutes. That kill on the HFN Dragon Knight in the bottom lane, he damaged him with 5 different spells before that kill. Just a virtuoso performance.
Do you have a stat for solo Sunstrike kills unaided within a 30mm diameter of the landing of the? Do you know
I'm not gonna talk about that.
Just because you're such a nerd when it comes to Invoker miracle stat, I just thought maybe you had that one as well.
I actually have had that set.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
This whole time while he was sitting there, I'm like, I have a feeling like he's probably looking at the Invoker Sunstrike, and he's looking, he's like 6 inches from the monitor here, leaning over, looking at numbers. I'm like, what the hell, Alan?
Yeah, I have a problem.
All right, give me a stat on this one. Chances of seeing another Invoker in game 2.
You have to think pretty low. But you know what? The thing is, if you're paiN,
they're not going to ban it, though, are they?
You're looking at it like, we play a good enough roaming game. If they give us our bounty hunter, for example, then you let the Invoker through.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that, though.
They're not going to give the
bounty. No, they're not going to give bounty.
They're
never getting bounty again in 2018.
I also think that if they see these setups, if they see these global setups, that's going to be the telltale thing. That's when people, I mean, Invoker's not picked usually. I've seen Secret's picked it a few times in like the first 3 or something, or 4, but for the most part, it's a last pick.
Honestly, you've got
or second phase ban.
Part of the thing about that last game too was the lanes got all weird. Like, if you get Wii on TA, are you really that afraid of Invoker?
They're not getting TA either. Sorry,
they ban it 4th.
Yeah, that's been banned in 2018 as well.
Yeah.
So that's done. Yeah, I mean, where do we go here for bans? What do Liquid do? What do they care about?
I think Liquid can just approach it the same exact way as last time. Take out if they're not.
They don't need to
bounty for sure.
Don't need to do.
They have first pick, so they're probably not banning IO.
So bounty gyro, I think they could do.
Yep, bounty gyro.
No wisp this time.
And I think they've got whatever they want to really take out this time here. It's like pretty much up for grabs. Like,
you can almost throw away
TA
paiN or something.
Yeah, maybe TA, maybe just get rid of the Lash if you don't want to play it, even though you just beat it.
Yeah, that's the first defeat for Lesh,
and the IO, of course.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, they have to because of the first pick. But yeah, it's the Lesh's first defeat, by the way.
It is. Yep, 10-1.
I would ban Doom.
Doom's fine. Yeah, I think you have an option to give.
paiN are going to ban Doom anyway, though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you know what? You have to now because Liquid. That was actually in the closeout game against Vici yesterday.
They played because they're baiting it out now.
Yes, they played Miracle Doom, and that was his first career win on Doom yesterday.
Yep, so they baited that out with the DP ban, and they do ban the Doom.
Yeah, they played Miracle Doom yesterday in the decider against Vici.
Yeah, which means they just go back for the Furin again.
And yeah,
I mean, gee, wow.
I mean, Nature's Prophet, we said we'd been surprised we weren't seeing it more. It was getting banned a couple times in the first phases,
no, paiN.
Ooh,
okay, so this is, and it's a... Well, it's unfortunate, right? Because this is after they had the big momentum yesterday in the win against Liquid. They went back to 2 straight Naga openers against VP, and these Naga openers, I think Naga core can be okay. I think when you show Naga and your other support in an opener, those drafts have been getting crushed recently.
And also, does this not smack a little bit of paiN going? We're playing a bad team.
It's a scared draft.
Let's go back.
That's what I felt like they did against VP yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing.
The one thing else, sure, this is like sometimes the combo can be a bit tough. Tusk is great for stopping the combo, but this is going to give him stronger lanes. right off the bat.
Yeah.
As long as they don't play them and run around and get like completely caught off guard by Liquid. This will give them better ways to deal with this Nature's Prophet who destroyed them last
So
time.
again, I think that the measuring stick for me is whether you've been watching your FY replays. If you watch the way that FY plays Naga, for the first 20-25 minutes of the game, Song is the least important ability.
He farms.
He runs around the map, he farms, he pushes waves, he uses the hero's other 3 skills extremely well. And I think if you're playing Naga that way, that a first phase Naga is justifiable. I think if you're playing this old school Naga where really the hero is about Song and nothing else, it's terrible.
I'm more worried about the Jakiro.
Oh, you would be.
Also, I was going to bring up some statistics to back up my theory here.
You go for it, buddy.
Since 7-1-2, they haven't won a game using Jakiro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have not.
No, so that worries me a little bit for them. Not that that's a particularly fantastical stat, of course, because it's a support, but
We've
whatever.
been seeing a lot with Naga Jakiro though. Like LGD, they ran it a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes they didn't always open it with it first 2. Sometimes they did like Death Prophet Naga and then they got the Jakiro, but I mean, it's still a strong combo that can.
Again,
it's
though,
newbie 2.0.
In a way.
The Naga Jakiro thing feeds back into my big concern about Naga. When you see this combo run, it's Jakiro maxing Ice Path, which in theory is great because the stun duration scales linearly with skill points. But a 2.5 second Ice Path together with Song doesn't matter because the level 1 Song cooldown is so high. And unless you're FY running around getting ridiculous XP on the hero, getting level 2 Song early, it's just low value.
Is anyone not maxing Ice Path though?
If they don't have Naga,
if they don't have Naga, no.
I've seen it with others.
Yeah, I think now it's become more so the 2-4-2 build
accepted, isn't it?
most of the games. I don't know. I think you're being a bit too much of a hater.
You think so? Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I mean, I saw what X Nova was able to do even when he didn't have like Nagas and stuff. They picked Jakiro like all of their games on LGD when I was watching.
They have so much teamfight zoning in those lineups that even if it's not Song, like, I mean, you're talking about he's always got a pit, he's always got something, some big AoE ability to zone the fight.
Let's hope that paiN takes that approach, right?
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, well, we're going to see now because it's almost their pick.
I just want to see paiN have a chance. I feel like this is a good enough, I mean, we saw yesterday, it's a good enough team to beat Liquid.
No, definitely, they could. It's different when it's a best of 3, like we were all saying. Liquid always, when they're playing BO2s or BO1s, they look much weaker when they're playing BO3s.
That Enigma ban is so good.
Definitely, when there's, I mean, you're playing versus Tavo, and there's a Naga on the team. It's way too much setup. The Ember was taken out this time, and not the TA, so TA is left in the pool for paiN if they do want to choose.
That's got to be a bait.
It's got to be a bait. They have to have something like planned for it. Take out the PL.
Okay.
Yeah, see, look, Curry's like, go on,
lot.
take the TA. Go on. There you go.
I mean, it's definitely like they definitely have something planned versus it. I mean, it could be something like a Slark or.
You still want to see it though, right? Is we good enough?
Not
to...
with this pick.
Maybe, yeah, not this big.
Yeah,
like
no, you pick it 4.
Yeah, if you want it, it's probably going to get banned with the last ban of Liquid, so you got to take it 4th.
Yeah, I guess so.
So here...
Unless you can sell them something in these next 2 picks, which makes them believe that you're not going to go TA.
They have Beastmaster.
It also means that if they don't take it 4, Liquid can counter.
You could go Omni too.
TA, which is pretty easy to counter.
Yeah, there's a lot of options.
If you Omni, they Rubik though. What about Darkseer? What about Darkseer?
Darkseer could do okay. Darkseer could do okay.
I like Darkseer a lot here.
I think offlaner right here is definitely the option. I think
Yeah,
Beastmaster, Darkseer.
So I'm focusing on the Tavo heroes. Underlord is reasonable as well.
That hero's kind of fallen off, though.
Yeah, people have learned to play against it for sure.
He also got nerfed.
What was the nerf?
He got Firestone doesn't affect.
Oh yeah, the Roshan, of course, yeah.
Still a good
Okay,
taxi
so it's the
service.
offlaner, but
Right.
it's a Pango. So they played this.
Oh.
They played this yesterday.
Yeah, they're 0-3 with it though since March 1st.
Yeah,
They played. I mean, they played against VP, so who knows?
You're required to really help in the offlane because you don't really get anything unless you have somebody else with you, just your buddy.
Yeah. It does give you that. I mean, played well. I think if you subscribe to like the Ice High School, right? It's a fast or the Universe School fast utility items.
Yep.
You do get that pipe crimson.
I mean, as long as you
early.
as long as you secure the lane. If you don't get the lane, you're not a hero. I mean,
it's
not at all.
disruptive, which means that Tusk's got to be a bit more careful.
yes. I'm not seeing what exactly they picked the Pango for, though. I usually like seeing it where you can utilize the Heart Piercer, where you can utilize your damage reduction or something.
Well, that's why you didn't pick the Omni.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Rubik versus Shakiro.
so the problem I have right now, though, is that, again, I think you see why so many teams have gone away from these dual support and then offlaner in the first 3 picks, because you give away so much information about your lanes. Like, you look at paiN's draft right now, and we know so much more about what their lanes are going to look like than we do on the side of Liquid.
I think Liquid is also though. They also have their 2 supports in their offlane. More than likely, I guess the Nature's Prophet is more flexible.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
the Nature's Prophet can be moved over even, yeah. The 2 supports are a lot more flexible.
I mean, it varies a lot from team to team. But yeah, for the most part, we've been seeing a little bit more of people securing one of those, like, you know, the cores, either the 1 or the 2 a bit of the times in the first 3, and then like 1 or 2 of the supports.
What are you talking about, guys? This is obviously a mid-tusk for Miracle.
Could be mid-Nature's Prophet.
That, I like that pick.
Yeah, that could definitely be a mid. With the Morphling on the other side now for paiN.
I mean, they already have Rubik. They've got an instant disable, and Rubik's now got some nice spells still.
I'm okay though, as long as it's only because Snowball is obviously not a thing against Morphling as a disable. TK is, and you can train Snowball into that, obviously.
Like, I think some action stacks would have issues with that, by the way.
What?
Well, doesn't snow freeze water?
Please, please no, Paul.
What about, but he punches water too. Wouldn't that technically do nothing? So water's punch would just miss.
What have you done to
But
my panel?
he builds half igloos, which means that solidifies the water.
Used to it. Oh,
it should freeze Morphling.
Yeah, that's the right pick.
There's the other fish boy.
I expected the Slark.
Yeah, you did.
That's what we were talking. I think that's where if they pick the TA, they were going to pick Slark anyway, and that's exactly what we were talking about.
Leave the TA in, and
yeah, that was the bait, wasn't it? That was what we were talking about.
Exactly.
And would they pick it up 4th? Well, they didn't. They didn't fall for the bait, and well, they shut the Slark anyway. It doesn't really matter.
So I think then.
I really had a feeling they'd pick that one.
I think Wee's Lina becomes the best pick for paiN, but Liquid has one more ban.
Man, their draft looks weird. Pango just makes drafts look weird for me, but the Morphling, I don't see what's he really going to turn into.
Yeah, what does it do?
What's he going to turn into this game? That's so boss, because that's usually when I'm like, damn, this
Yeah.
Morphling
Against like a gyro, against like a
treats. Hey, teleport, sprout himself and TP out. I don't see too many ones. I think maybe it's more so for the lane where he can be agi low, and they have the Naga with Riptide. They can deal with the treants. They can deal with some of that pressure and turn the fights. I think that's more so what it's looking for. But I like seeing the multiple where you see Gyrocopter, you see Undyings, you see things that you own. Yeah.
I get it, but I think it's a mistake to focus too much on that. I think Morphling now is not that dissimilar from Morphling before. That it needs a good lane and it needs not too much lockdown on the other side.
No, sure. Benoban.
Okay.
Meepo.
Get out.
For Weeha Meepo?
Yeah, that would be fun.
That'd be really cool.
It's not going to happen, but it would be fun. Yeah, I mean, the Lina is the obvious ban for Liquid here, isn't it?
I would think so, yeah.
I'd be a little surprised.
Oh, good dude. Can they? Oh, man, I was thinking.
Or
like,
do they just take the TA anyway, even though they've got the Slark?
Well, Ember's already gone.
Yeah. So you could pick the TA, but it's not a great TA
There's
game.
I mean, I don't know. There's maybe an argument for banning Kunkka, although because they've already got the Naga Jakiro. I mean, I could see Kunkka be okay for paiN.
The draft looks incredibly hard to execute if that's the case.
Yes,
it is. They're going to be like, their spells are going to be harder to hit. It's weird. Like, I don't know who's going to fix it.
But I don't. That's the thing. I don't know enough.
So that Kunkka is the ban.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Kunkka probably. I guess Kunkka probably would have been.
How does the Wind Ranger fit into paiN?
Oh boy.
That could be it.
That's such.
Oh, so it's Miracle.
Yep.
Miracle on the Nature's Prophet, maybe?
Yeah,
I think it's I think it could be either or. I think it depending on what the pick from paiN is here. I think you could see either Miracle
or Matu.
I'm leaning toward Miracle, Slark, and Matu on the Prophet, but either way. Honestly, I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Yeah, just because like what I've been seeing from them is like now I feel like Miracle's going to be playing a lot more mid for them after we've been seeing them like not having their best performances with Matu there.
I think you have to pick Lina and just play this straight up. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh boy. Convince me that paiN can win this, Giannis. I want to believe.
This Morphling has to go. This Morphling and Lina have to go absolutely ham in this game. I'm really concerned for this paiN.
I just don't think the lanes are good enough for them to do that, though. I could see Lina doing okay mid, but how is Morph going to accelerate? I don't know. All right, we gotta make our picks, man. I have to go Liquid here. I really want to see paiN have a good game, but I gotta go Liquid.
He wants to believe.
Yeah, I mean, I have to. I just think this game looks very, very tough for paiN. We even said like Lina was the last kind of option. I feel like the paiN for me kind of has been suffering too much. I feel like Ice might be the only person who can pull it off.
Prove us wrong.
All right. Well, we have some fans on the expert table, but I'm not sure they're completely convinced. Have paiN got too cute in the draft, gents, on the commentary panel, or are they going to pull this one back to 1-1? That's the question I guess we need answering right now.
Well, there's certainly a lot of cuties on both sides of this matchup, but I'm kind of feeling Liquid here. I'm not so sure with the Morphling pickup. Is it a good Morphling game, William?
I think it's a pretty good Morphling game, actually.
What about it makes it a good Morphling game?
I think that he's not going to really get bursted too much. And I think when Morph doesn't get bursted,
okay.
Like, at some points of the game, it's going to be a little bit annoying. But like, if you think about it, there's no immediate just like 600 damage, boom, you're gone kind of hero. Like, it's sort of spotted over time. And Morph is really good against heroes like that.
I would say besides the obvious, like, what can Morphling turn into, I would say another good objective for a good Morphling game is whether or not you can burst somebody down.
Yeah.
Right? It's both the whether or not you can be bursted down and whether or not you can burst other people down.
Dude, that's a Miracle Beastmaster?
Yeah.
What in the world?
Well, you know, I thought we were going to be seeing some sort of miracle in Nature's Prophet after Dream League, right? When he had that break and then he came back and was playing Nature's Prophet for them for a little bit. Tavo is in deep right now. He was really oh no. Whoa. He doesn't have Swashbuckle. Up in one more second. Oh, he gets a little bit far away. Curl, he is so close to that 600 range. Tavo is going to try and make his way back to...
He gone.
Yeah, he good. Well, GH. There's still three
That's a
very long
tower,
seconds. Like, he thought about it. You could tell. He was like, can I just dive this tier 3 and try and hit the shards?
Everyone just relax. Just everyone calm down. Okay? Everyone just calm down. It's all good.
Liquid maybe feeling some of that momentum from that first game where they demolished paiN, and a large part of it came from a very good laning phase. So that means what? We're going to have paiN. They're going to be running their Pangolier at bottom lane with Duster babysitting it on the Jakiro, and they're actually going to put HFN's Morphling at top against the Slark. Now, the two supports of Liquid, after their rotations, finally going to come up here and make this a full defensive tri-lane. Looks like they're trying to catch out King RT, and sure enough, they do. Manage to get a big Riptide on the 3, but he is trapped. So that should be our first blood. No telekinesis, Kuro. Held on to it just to make sure there wasn't a chance that King RT wouldn't be able to just TP out once that only disable that they have is gone.
They did a lot of damage to him, though. Or he did a lot of damage on his way out.
Yeah. And HFN just had free time to be able to get CS. You can see 7-1 right now.
He's having an okay time.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, by the way, I like the Weehaw move to South America.
Oh, Miracle!
I like it even a little bit
Weehaw.
more.
He needs it so badly. 3 more seconds. He can't dive the tower. In fact, he takes a tower shot. If he wasn't careful, the axes could have come out for the Beastmaster. He may have died there. He doesn't have a healing salve just yet. He's funneling it out to him right now in the courier. So Miracle will be able to jump back into this lane. HFN dropping a bit low here. There's a lot of burst damage coming in with a snowball. They'll finish him off. King RT couldn't get the kill on GH either. He does have a lot of magic stick charges. Mataba Man still wants to try and run him down. Even if they don't get the kill, they'll just start racking up the stacks. But now HFN is back. He will bolster up the lane. Mataba Man still going to go for it here. King RT again had those magic stick charges, so he will be able to survive through that initial jump. HFN battles it out now with GH. There goes the stick charges. King RT will survive through that. Mataba Man's going to come back in and finish him off. HFN leaves his ally to die in the forest.
And look at Kuro. Blocks him, doesn't even try to get the last hit.
Yep. They're going to try and force out, again, HFN, he went for the nuke, did not have waveform. That's the reason he died the first time, and they are just pressuring the hell out of him in this level 2. finally Duster joins this lane to make it a full tri-lane. He was hoping to be able to give Tavo the best lane he could, simply because Pango's stats are so bad that a good harassment hero like Furion matches up pretty well against him.
And in this mid lane, Miracle, that failed gank attempt or kill attempt by Weehaw actually cost him so much. He had to completely leave the lane. He just got back to mid. And that's going to hurt him quite a bit.
Yeah, you could see the CS difference. 21-4 right now for the Beastmaster. 15-1 for the Lina.
Gets the stun off though.
Weehaw as well.
One more hit.
Kill.
He's got the
He does have the Dragon Slave. Long range. It's not going to clip a Miracle. He survives. He'll bottle up as well. He'll come back into the lane. Weehaw immediately starting to put pressure on him.
Yeah, Weehaw really wants this. He's going to get Miracle a little bit lower. The axes don't connect this time around. He already had 2 stacks on him, but is going to be successful in getting out Weehaw.
A long time ago, Weehaw was regarded as one of the best mid laners, especially during that laning phase. He was exceptionally good at being able to find those kills against the opposing force. And he's trying to prove that right now against Miracle. Picks up a haste rune, which will give him a huge opportunity.
I will say,
he does have both the shield crash as well as swashbuckle to be able to get out of that pounce.
I think last year coaching him, he had lost a lot of motivation after the TI. It was like, the weird thing is when you coach that DC squad, they always talked as if they won that TI. As up at top lane, they're going to make the move on the Duster. But GH is actually just going to go down.
Mind
control, he's getting low.
Slow down, Riptide, HFN, trying to corral him. Does not have waveform in front, gets him. And
one more hit, get him.
Come on, there you go. HFN gets the double kill.
For a second, it looked like he was going to get out. But
I like how Mind Control just maximizing his time while he's dead, using the treants to get denies.
The bounty rune's the most important part of the game.
Oh man, they snatch almost, almost all of them. Duster does manage to get 1 bounty rune.
This Kuro makes his rotation in, but looks like Weehaw's just going to use the Shrine. He'll back up, wait for Tavo.
HFN finally does use the waveform, but the snowball gets on top of him. The sprout doesn't actually land, kind of blocks him, but HFN walks it off.
Oh, he's got a lot of stick charges too. He wants to try to go in on this. He's baiting a little bit, does pop it, and now he's on a dominating spree. As Liquid, you've got to be careful about this Morph hero.
Yeah, this Morphling is getting kind of crazy. They get the telekinesis. Tavo will take a bit more damage in this bottom lane from Matumman, but again, the shield crash always allows him to get out, so he can use that swashbuckle to get CS and still have a fallback mechanism. In fact, Matumman's pretty low. Oh, he picked him up the swashbuckle at max range, managed to catch him.
Dude, Liquid right now, laning phase-wise, they're getting a little bit too over-aggressive, trying to make stuff happen. And so far, so good for paiN Gaming. This is much more like the game that we expected.
The tips going around. Weehaw, he's going to be hit. They managed to get the stun onto Miracle. Maybe Weehaw can keep his distance here. And Tavo's going to be able to come in, but the Roar is going to be able to stop it, slow it down at least, as Pangolier still going to be able to roll around trying to escape.
Oh, he might
Rolls
be gone.
ahead of him. He does have an Axis coming up in 2 seconds time, but at the same time, King RT turns and fights against these heroes. Does manage to get a big Riptide, a lot of damage, but he will give up his life to die here for his allies. Tavo couldn't even give it away. Oh no, the Ice Shards. Kuro. He'll spot him. Yeah, he lays down the ward just to make sure he gets the vision for the Fate Bolt to get that kill. That ward should be sentryed right away.
Yeah, now top lane, damage goes out onto the tower. Tavo did get sniped by Mind Control at the same moment there.
Yeah, that was some really heavy rotations from Liquid. Netted them 2 kills, but again, left that top lane entirely exposed.
Yeah, and I think it also was worth it just to allow Weehaw to continue to scale.
Yeah.
He didn't die there, that position. And as I was saying earlier, like, I think Weehaw, a fantastic player, but it seems like he lost a lot of motivation after that TI. Like, sometimes I would catch the player saying like, oh, when we won TI, and hold that thought again as Weehaw gonna get gone on, but he gets the kill first
just
on
blows
Kuro.
up the Rubik. GH gonna make sure that Weehaw does die for killing his captain. But, whoa, Duster! He actually came in super low. Miracle spots that, immediately turns on him, gets the Axes. He only needs 1 more round of Axes. The Ensnare goes out. Duster, can he juke this out? The Axes still lands on a Miracle. He snipes it out, gets a Roar onto the Naga Sire. Triple kill for Miracle in the mid lane. Mid turning into a disaster zone now.
That is a really tanky Beastmaster. 1100 HP with the wand and a stout shield. He will not go down easily, and they paid the price for that. Even going to pick up the rune. Had to use the roar, but short cooldown.
It's funny you're talking about that story and how they kind of acting like they won TI.
Yeah,
when they are so far from it compared to Wings at the time. Wings was so much better, and you're saying that now. Weehaw really meeting his match in just the next level team in Liquid. They're trying to go for the kill onto Kuro. Rubik managed to run him down. Waveform, pick up that kill, see if they can get more. It would be really good if they can just keep HFN's game going strong, get another kill onto Mind Control, but maybe they dove too deep. The snowball onto King RT, the roll on through, though. Tavo, he's going to make short work of that snowball. He's going to roll onto GH, hits him again. Tavo continues to circle around, see if he can get GH one more time. Duster does manage to slow down Mind Control. Nobody's dead yet from paiN Gaming. King RT will survive through that final swipe of Mind Control as he heads back behind that tier 1 tower. This time it's paiN who make the big rotations, and it's paiN who walk away with the win in the team fight.
Yeah, they started to understand HFN, you're the most important hero in this game. It's going to be a very good Morphling game if we get him online. They've done a very good job of corralling heroes around his area, similar to what Liquid did in game number 1. And HFN trying to get the last hit on the tower.
Control.
You really want to be up
he
here?
does have Miracle make it a slow wraparound, and a lot of these heroes are low from paiN. So Miracle, he's going to try and pick up as many kills as possible. The axes go out.
There's one.
First he takes Duster. Now he needs to be able to find a kill somehow with the Primal Roar, but looks like maybe Tavo. He's out of mana. He's not going to be able to make it over the Ice Shard, so GH will claim his life.
It's going to be the second kill. Goes the way of Liquid. They do lose the tower. It looked dicey for a second. Mind Control TPing up there by himself. But a lot of these cores on the side of Team Liquid, not easy to gank. Matama Man with his level 7 has that Shadow Dance up.
The smoke up,
In
snowball
mid.
in onto Weehaw. He does manage to hit the stun afterwards. Miracle does have the Primal Roar still, though. So it was a cute little play from Weehaw, well timed. But the LSA is not going to be enough to allow him to escape.
Yeah. Aside from the Morphling, Miracle pretty much kills any hero by himself now.
Yeah.
He's got the medallion up, already making his way for that Necro number 1. Has phase boots, hits for quite a bit.
So it seems like we're just going to be seeing a very normal build from this Beastmaster. Snowball onto HFN with that Prophet. The big nuke coming out at the same time, but
I guess that's
Wrath
a pretty
of
good
Nature
nuke.
is never going to be good enough.
That's
It is
yeah.
very good. If it hits the last bounces,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah,
That kind of counts.
the Wrath of Nature change makes it so that the early bounces do very little. But if you can hit him towards the tail end of it, that damage is crazy. I think it gets up to like a 500 damage nuke at level 1.
Solid. At bottom,
HFN waveforms out. Man just steals a little bit of stats, but will
Nice
take
ice
a
path.
lot of bit of damage in return. HFN can't keep going, though, just because of the Tusk as well as Kuro's here. Kuro did steal the ice path, but now here comes Tavo. Oh, managed to toss him back with a telekinesis that slows him down. Might just be able to allow GH to escape. GH still going to be hit by Tavo here. Bounces back between the
Nice
wall.
angle.
Managed to land onto GH once again. They're playing around this cliff area pretty nicely, but now the sleep out will slow down. Oh, the nuke can finish off the Morphling.
Oh.
That's the damage we're talking about. Slark will immediately be hit by this ice path, but he's got the Dark Pact. They're rolling to Duster. They see all these low
Everyone's
HP
here.
heroes from paiN. Mind Control's here to be able to help clean this fight up. paiN Gaming, they were doing pretty well fighting against Liquid, but it only takes one real bad engagement to slow this game down drastically. And now, Miracle showing that solo kill potential will find Weehaw behind that tier 1 tower. And Duster, he's come in by himself. He thought he was going to be able to save Weehaw's life. Instead, he's just another log on the fire here to be burned up by Liquid, unless maybe HFN, good grab for the snowball, push them back a little bit farther. HFN can't pursue. What a beautiful combination there from GH.
And it looked like Duster was about to turn in a Buster, but everyone swinging in. Mainly the Morph as...
I want you to know that laugh,
Yeah?
you did not deserve that much.
Thank you.
It's only my friendship
Ice
with
path.
you. Oh, another Wrath of Nature's going to be coming in, but they've already finished off GH. Weeha laying in strong, getting a lot of damage onto Miracle, and he's going to be slowed down. Tavo makes sure to get the combination onto him. The back lines. Look at this. King RD body blocking up, mind control, making sure he will not escape. Tavo will get one more swing in. All right. Apparently, we're just going to be going back and forth here. This time, it's Liquid who just get absolutely trounced by paiN underneath the tier 1 tower.
Much better heroes at fighting this time around. You give Tavo a hero he's very comfortable with in the Pango. He's been very good with the ulti so far. And the combos, I mean, they just got way too over-aggressive there, trying to grab the tower, get more. That's the classic Liquid move that we talk about, but this time around, paiN, they've got better heroes to deal with that. And if you look at it, Weeha is not that far behind anymore.
But he's going to die again.
Yeah, he's mega dead.
Kuro plus Matamba Man.
They want to try to grab the tower themselves. And that's the best part of having Alina on your team, is how easily you take down those towers early on.
Yeah.
Miracle, he's going to walk up into this. Is this a trap, though? King RD going to split.
Gets off the illusions, but immediately kills him with the axes. And he will bring down King RD. But if they can get this counter kill, it'll be well worth it. That was just a support Miracle. He can't afford to lose his life. And here comes the Rolling Thunder again. You just can't outrun that ball.
And the last hit on the HFN, the most important hero on the side of paiN.
But they did manage to kill the Naga Siren in that mid lane, and they're going for that tower you said was so important.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to grab this, though. Matamba Man is not the healthiest of
Duster.
Slarks right now, but Kuro,
he's
making
trying
his
to
way
defend.
around.
They're going to try and wrap around behind him. They'll see if they can get Duster. Tavo's here as well. Matamba Man dropping dangerously low, but he does have that ultimate. A little bit more AoE damage from Weeha, still not enough. If he can hit this on his way, it would be perfect. No, he missed the swashbuckle, but they do have the old scepter, and that will be enough to make sure he goes down.
They see Kuro too.
He TP's out, thought about it, tried to go for the Song of Siren, realized it wasn't going to activate fast enough.
Might have been, I think even then, using it at that point, I don't know if you want that.
Yeah, a Rubik kill.
It's a Rubik. His net worth relative to the rest of the game is not very high, but
yeah,
mind control gonna just Shadow Blade away. paiN in a much better position in game number 2. Really battling back this time around. Only a 2k deficit for them. They still have a Morph who almost has a Linken's paired up. Decided to offer the recipe first.
You can see Tavo's build here is he went for the Arcane Boots straight into the Blink Dagger, really feeling like they needed that initiation, and he is going to go for that sort of ice build where he'll get the sustain items. He's going to pick up that Crimson Guard. Maybe we'll see if he gets a Guardian's Greaves or anything else. Not sure if a pipe is necessary for this.
At bottom, Tavo gonna start off. Thought he was just about to go meet his doom there, but instantly blinks out. Miracle still in the area. Knows that it's only Tavo that showed up so far, as 3 heroes gonna get scouted up at top lane.
See if they can get the kill on Kuro. He needs to execute him and get out because Matamba Man right on top, but he misses the pounce. And now Weeha, maybe he can turn and fight this one, actually manage to outrun. He's just so damn fast unless they get that pounce. Mind control finally gets on top with the Sprout, but the LSA and knocks down the tree. Beautiful ice pad with the Macro Pyre on top of Mind Control. And here comes the Gyro Shield. Doesn't matter. Tavo, he tries to find some extra heroes, and he might have just found it too. GH blinks onto him, and to get the stun, he does have a snowball, rolls on through to the creep that's farthest back, but an ice path, it snags him. Duster makes sure that they do get that kill. Matamba Man, he did not heal up very much during that invis time, so that small swipe he laid out is all he can do. He immediately has to back up.
Just a little bit too dangerous from Liquid. Feels like they're forcing some of these maneuvers. Oftentimes when they have the Nature's Prophet, the game flows so much more naturally. But Weeha playing very well in this game on a much more Weeha-like hero in this Lina. And Duster has been phenomenal with the ice paths, by the way.
Yep.
Like, this is not an easy Jakiro game for him to play. He's got a lot of optimistic items queued up.
All the meanwhile, Miracle did have the space to take the tier 2 bottom, but HFN was also farming at the same time. So it feels like both these teams are trying to create some space for their true carries, but we have to say, I don't care if it's Miracle. He's not a Beastmaster. There's no way he's going to be out-carrying this Morphling. So Liquid's got to get a little bit worried how close this game is right now. They need to start taking over the game a little bit faster.
Both teams smoked up. They're trying to meet to HFN. I think this is the best idea.
They've got some good vision down from
Radiant,
Liquid.
they're going to ping this. Miracle's got a DD rune. He's going to get the roar off.
They managed to get the roar off, but he already managed to morph to strength. The Ice Path lands in. They need to be able to interrupt some
Nice
of this, but Tavo, a sleep goes down. Now they're going to be able to hit some of the stuns. Thanks to that ball, blink back in. They make sure they just blow up the Beastmaster. Don't let him get anything off. But Kuro, he also stole that. He's going to be able to roll around, tries to go for Weehaw. He's going to land on both of them.
That's a nice stun.
Now they managed to get a fade bolt. That'll finish him off. Tavo blinks his way into the trees, trying to get out with that swashbuckle.
1 second.
But Tavo Man in hot pursuit, but a blink dagger goes down first. Before the Dark Pack could land, Mind Control of the back lines. Nice Shard does reveal Tavo, and he'll die next to Mind Control, who snagged up King RT. That's 4 dead from paiN Gaming. Even if they manage to execute Miracle, he already used all of his damage, already popped his Necro Book, and in return, it allowed the rest of Liquid to clean up paiN.
That timing on the sleep, it was so rough.
Yeah.
He used the sleep thinking that his morph was in trouble, which is a fair assumption, but at the same time, Tavo pops his ult thinking, this is the perfect opportunity for me, and Kuro stealing it back.
That's the hard part, right? Is that as I think in this game, as a Pango, you have to make sure you're popping that ultimate and you immediately use Shield Crash when you blink it.
Yes.
Because you can't, it's just a free steal for a Ruben.
That was a free teamfight win for paiN right there.
Yeah.
If Kuro doesn't get that Rolling Thunder, even with the messed up combination from paiN, they have more than enough damage.
HFN in some danger here. The Invis room picked up by Miracle. He's going to catch HFN with a straight up Invis, blocks the linkage, doesn't manage to get off the more strength, so they may be able to pop him. They need to punch him, get the combo stuns, and it's enough. They have enough burst damage. HFN will fall.
Yeah, thinks he's a lot more tanky than he is with that Linken's.
That was Wrath of Nature. That popped the Linken's for Miracle. That's why he was taking so much time to set up for that.
They're really smart combination there. But Man pops the Invis. They don't have detection from him quite yet. Tavo just trying to finish up his Vanguard. They can't flub another fight like that, Cap. They've got to be more careful than this. As Weehaw Invised up.
Oh, he just found
waiting
the
for the
Man.
Dark Pact.
Oh,
but Man knows.
Man had some sort of read, but the person, no, the snowball save.
The timing on that.
Maybe Weehaw, Yule Scepters himself, the Ice Path is going to be there. Here comes Tavo, rolls on through, hits 2, hits a 3rd, and Mind Control in the back line, so it's not just going to be the support that's caught. He knows they land on Mind Control, he hits him one more time, that pops the dust, they caught him. Double kill for Weehaw. Thought he had just a Slark kill, turned against him for a moment with GH popping that save snowball, but it ends up turning even worse for Liquid. It goes from 1 pick off to 3. Now Roshan is totally available for paiN to take.
By far the best thing that paiN is doing in a game like this is they're bringing the numbers.
Yes.
Against Liquid, you bring 4 to gank somebody, they'll have 5 ready. You bring 3, they'll have 4. This time around, it's paiN always consistently bringing in enough heroes. They're not underestimating the kill potential.
And they can play 4 versus 5s if they want to, right? They don't actually need a more. Their team fight heroes are so good because the Pango's easily one of the best heroes right now.
Yeah, and they can reset off the sleep.
Yeah, and then the sleep combination with Jakiro as well as Lina, very dangerous.
Man, Duster, last game,
yeah,
he had a rough life.
He was not enjoying Dota.
But this time around, I mean, you're playing a 5 Jakiro, this is as good as it gets.
Yeah.
He's playing a very solid 5 Jakiro, I must say. You gotta compliment him on that.
I mean, he's got a Ghost Scepter, man.
I thought that was optimistic.
No 5 positions have these sort of items later into the game. Nagasiren's going to be found here, but Kuro is going to join him. Weehaw trying to blow up Miracle with the help of HFN. Tavo, he's going to be here. He gets the shield craft damage onto Miracle, blinks on him just to make sure in the back line. So Weehaw is in some trouble, surrounded by Kuro as well as Micro with the snowball on top of him. He's already dead by HFN. He's getting so much damage. The Macro Pyre also getting some damage onto Mind Control. GH throws out an Ice Shard to try and protect Kuro because he knows he's already dead. Kuro attempting a steal here, gets an Ice Path,
there,
but it's not like he has a Blink Dagger or anything. Turns around, throws down that Ice Path. The Heart Piercer slowed him down. The Ice Path from Jakiro wasn't there fast enough, and it was at max length. Duster couldn't have done it any better, so that kill, never gonna happen. But it was still a good team fight for paiN, managed to make a 2-for-3 exchange.
Yeah, again, paiN, 5 heroes there, ready to fight.
Yeah.
They know that Liquid like to try to spread people apart, then just go in with 5. This time around, though, every single time paiN bringing so many heroes to the engagements.
You know, I was going to bring up that stat myself here. The Naga Siren, I know, is at a 0% win rate right now at this tournament. 5 picks in.
Yeah,
so
0, 8, and 10.
paiN are trying to give Naga Siren its first win.
At 22 minutes in, this is one of my favorite series, I think. in game number 1, we just had the first 10 minutes.
Oh, Tavo just straight up blinks in. Immediately going to be Walrus Punch. Hit by the Primal Roar, but the reset. Now look at this. Duster's going to be able to hit a 2-man Ice Path with a Macro Pyre on top of it, and the Rolling Thunder not going to come out. The Orchid came out for Mind Control. They need that extra damage. Miracle's already dead, though. Maybe with Weehaw. No, he's already cut down by Matumba Man. Finally, they have the damage coming out from the Pangolier, but Matumba Man, he's just doing too much. He had the Blink Dagger, but no, he gets on top of Matumba Man. A snowball, a little bit more, but he gets away into the river. He jumps out. Kuro challenging Duster. Meanwhile, HFN's going for the kill on GH. They need to be careful. Oh, no! He popped the Orchid. At the same time as he was at 0 HP from morphing to agility, HFN will lose his Aegis. Mind Control lost nothing for that. He'll still get away with that Shadow Blade. Can't believe they got Matumba Man, though. I thought he had made it out once he got to the river.
Barely hits him with the Adaptive Strike as Mind Control already in salvage territory. TP's mid, gonna apply pressure to that tower. Gonna try to salvage this fight for his team a little bit as paiN trying to just grab a tier 1. Might not even be able to do so as too much pressure is coming down on them as Miracle now going to TP here in this bottom area.
I love the way paiN started that, right? Oh, Tavo just jumps in, right? And he knows he's got the Naga Siren behind him. So he just makes himself a threat. It's one of those surprise, like, jump in. It forces the enemy to react in some way.
You represent strength there.
Yeah.
I like that.
And they blow what? They blow Walrus Punch as well as Primal Roar. Like, those are pretty big abilities.
Something I want to point out as well is they immediately place this Observer Ward in that fight too.
Yeah.
Something I think a lot of the Tier 1 teams do, especially VP, they do very well is their fight position is just like, I'm going to get a ward down even if it's not up.
Man, LSA landed onto him. Even though the Dark Pack went out, Tavo's able to follow that up. The shield crash, it gets GH. Now Matumba Man's trying to slide himself away, but Tavo can still hit him.
The
in front of the pot. Matumba Man, he couldn't get away. Tavo, again, beautiful positioning. Weehaw also with the pump fake there on the LSA. Didn't immediately throw it. Had a good read that this Slark was farming the creep wave with Dark Pack, waiting until the Dark Pack went down before he hit the LSA.
Now they're pressuring mid. Look at Mind Control. Just trying to cut the wave right now, and Kuro. And this is the thing that's annoying about playing against this Nature's Prophet is it never really feels like you're going to get a lot out of it.
A lot of push coming in from this bottom lane. paiN Gaming are trying to get in front of it, though. Only a bit of damage being done. Yeah. You brought this up last time, the Nature's Prophet.
He's invis. Oh. He's found Miracle once again. The entirety of paiN is here behind him, even if he gets the roar off.
No way he could survive through that.
And Liquid, you're just getting 5-man right now.
Yeah.
Have to be better about responding to this.
paiN are doing a great job that sweep through their own jungle, right? They know that's going to be a potential weakness point. You talked about it yourself in that last game. Don't let these Furions, these Beastmasters get that damage onto the tier 3.
Tavo, he's being pinged out right now. Matumba Man.
But it's so hard. They're actually going to go for the Morphling instead. Managed to get the Orchid before he can morph into Strength, but he does have an Ethereal Blade. He just blocks himself. The Song's going to be able to catch both of these heroes. Looks like the Furion's going to die. Kuro on the side, though. They don't have a disable for him any longer. HFN.
Gets low. And Weehaw, he's looking for more right now with the Shadow Blade. Almost has that BKB queued up too. And the sleep reset is just proving to be so annoying for Liquid. But Liquid, the one thing that they're doing very well is making sure that their lanes are always secure. So paiN can't capitalize off of that. And it always feels like paiN is on their side of the map as a result.
I mean, it's like Lina, Pango, these are some of the better heroes because they both have 1-2 combos, right?
Yes.
They just instantly kill creep waves.
The annoying part, though, for them is Liquid, when they go for these 3-man ganks, paiN is together as 5. That is the upside, is you're going to win those engagements, but your lanes are just going to be a little bit frustrating to deal with at all times.
paiN finally get that tier 1 off lane tower.
Yeah. If you want to win this game as paiN, discipline is the key here. You got to be smart about this. Never overcommit. You can't get too excited in a game like this. If you overcommit, you're going to just watch your Nature's Prophet grab that tier 3 tower, and that's going to be an exposed hole the entire game.
I mean, Miracle's been at it in this bottom lane. I feel like 50% of the game he's played out in this bottom lane.
Yeah, and that's the benefit of having heroes like this.
Yeah.
Is if you slip up on the side of paiN, it's so scary. You're going to lose racks.
Meanwhile, if you're Liquid, you've only lost a tier 1.
Yes.
Right? Big difference in the team fight may be easier for paiN, but the objective taking is a lot harder.
Oh, for sure. But this Morphling is getting out of control right now, Cap. He's at 16K net worth, has that Blade.
Mind
He's
Control
got a
got
lot of
spotted for a
targets.
moment. King RT did not have a dust. He has a gem queued up in his quick buy, so he wants to get that anti-invis.
Somebody's got to deal with bottom again.
Yeah. Roll on through is going to be able to hit Kuro. They'll blow him up pretty easily. But
Now he's on a
said,
killing spree? What in the world?
He was never the one really targeting these fights, I
guess he got out every single time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's... How much gold did they get? 311? That's decent.
Yeah.
You
could see with the bottom wave push, Liquid tried to set up for a hero doing the lazy route and just going through that jungle area. Instead, paiN super disciplined, backed all the way up to their tier 3 and pushed through the lane straight up.
Say that, Tavo. Matama Man, look at this.
They're just trying to blow him up. He managed to get off the Ult Scepter. The Primal Roar is going to come out, though.
BKB.
With the BKB from the Weehaw, he's still so much physical
the
damage
sleep from the top.
It barely came out in time. Weehaw's going to reset with the LSA, see if he can go for Matama Man. Did he stick around too long? He did. Mind Control. He TP'd in from behind with the physical damage of both him as well as Matama Man. They managed to get that kill, but now Mind Control. He needs to try and get out. A Sprout onto himself, locked in with the Pango as well as the Naga Siren.
They do manage to grab the Lina.
Oh, Weehaw, you were so greedy.
That was so greedy.
Your team could just take that fight for you.
I was like, that is a 6 save, Weehaw. But you know that Weehaw's going to stay.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be Weehaw if he wasn't going to stay to try to make the big plays.
That man always pushes the limits.
I love it, though. It's kind of what makes him such a great player is he doesn't fear that kind of moment.
Yeah.
And this is why things have been going well for paiN right now.
I mean, you could see with 8 deaths, second most on his team, he's not afraid of dying.
He has shown Liquid that he has courage in spades, Cap. This is important in other ways that some other analysts might not understand.
Trying to put on his psychopath face right now.
They are straight up being super disciplined, though. It's like you talked about, I really like that you highlighted that. They waited on top of this cliff, and oftentimes people would just make this move down and in, but they were so disciplined about that. They reset into the wave. They took the long way around, and that's what I said. Discipline is going to win games against teams like Liquid. You got to calm down. You got to continue to make the smart moves, and so far, so good. As
I mean, HFN, you've got a 7,000 gold lead on paiN. Most of that is just the difference between HFN and the second net worth hero, which is Mind Control's Furion.
Yeah, and this is where Miracle being on a hero like Beastmaster early on, it's starting to hurt.
They've caught the Slark, Dark Pact. Oh no, just an Invis. Didn't even.
Okay,
maybe he
they
didn't
find
have
him again. They've got the gem.
He get the ensnare. The gem is there, and now he can't get away from the Pangolier. If he gets on top of it, it's going to be trouble time.
He gets pinged
again.
again.
And there it is. The snowball couldn't come fast enough. GH tried so hard, but now
Liquid,
not
they've got to
only
abandon
does
this
he
fight.
not save Matama Man, he gets himself killed as well.
You see the lines being drawn right now. Mind Control immediately going to this bottom lane, and paiN, another 2 big pickups for them.
The way paiN are dominating fights, Liquid cannot afford to be in a high ground defense scenario. They need to try and force paiN back somehow.
Liquid, though.
Big off on the courier. It's dead.
Yep. And Miracle, you see.
Cutting the creep wave.
And now paiN most likely have to get back here. Mind Control going to pick up the bounty runes. No, they're just going to go for it.
They have a double siege wagon. You don't say no to that push. You keep it going. And sure enough, the tier 3 is already down. Melee racks.
Liquid, they thought it was done. Mind Control went for the bounty runes.
And now that Mind Control push is no longer there in the bottom lane. There's no reason for paiN to hurry up.
They're good. They can even immediately go into Roshan after that. You send a hero bottom to deal with that first.
Yep.
Mind Control being pinged out right now. Tavo.
Did they think they had cut the creep waves? Did they think there was nothing there?
I guess. I mean, Mind Control, I think paiN backed up for like half a second. Mind Control was like, oh, we're good now. Nothing bad will happen out of this. Greed always works out in this life.
Well, Liquid, if they want to get back into this game too, Roshan would certainly be a great objective for them to take.
Imagine a world in which paiN 1-1 against Liquid, and it looks like so far so good. 7K up. Matama Man trying to find an angle behind. He's got the BKB freshly picked up. Doesn't have the buyback though. They've got to be careful about this. And paiN once again, full force trying to keep that tight circle.
A fresh 10-second BKB for the Slark. So that will change fights pretty dramatically because it's a ton of magic damage.
The problem though is which core does he go on?
Yeah.
Tavo's really tanky. He's got a Eul Scepter queued up. I mean, he has it, but the courier's sort of dead.
He can try and go for Weehawk, but he's
Weehawk's got a BKB.
and he's super fast.
Yeah. Like, there's no obvious easy
Yeah.
target for him to go for is the issue here, as Tavo runs forward. Isn't going to find anybody, as once again the Treants laid down at bottom. Roshan is going to be the obvious objective for paiN and Liquid. They've got to try to get them off of this. They've got to try to shift them down towards bottom, because if you give this Aegis to this Morphling, you will lose this game. They will be hard-pressed to kill him twice, and they understand that, and paiN going to go for the smoke. Kuro going to break it, blinks out.
Great positioning. Blink Dagger on its
What in
way.
the world? Duster has an E-Blade?
Courier? Oh, damn. Oh, the Courier's dead, that's right. So when the Courier comes back, that'll be a Morphling Blink Dagger, so...
Oh, up at top. Mind Control gets caught out. BKBs goes for the TP. He's got one hit.
He has no way to be able to cut down the trees, the LSA. It's
But this
far
might
too
buy them
late.
time.
Yeah. Gem on the ground. Who's taking that Miracle? We'll finally pick it back up. They're trying to interrupt this Roshan, but it is going to be
HFN
super
with an
hard.
Aegis.
He's going to be He tries to jump in. No! He gets the Roshan kill, but the sleep was there to make sure none of the goodies were going to be grabbed. Weehaw. He gets the Aegis. Looks like Cheese went to HFN.
Oh, look at
they
the
managed to get
KRD.
extra. They get the ensnare.
This will be the gem
cliff.
too.
Combo. They're going to lose the gem. Liquid.
That was unreal by King RD. He sent his illusion up to the top. He sees Miracle. He gets him with the Meteor Hammer, nets him from the low ground. Buys
More
time.
kill. That'll be Kuro as well. Beyond godlike double kill for HFN. And it is simple as just attacking the base now for paiN.
And Tavo blinks out at bottom. Mind Control. They're on the hunt. They're just trying to find anything they can. Buybacks aplenty on the side of Liquid. But you need to grab something out of this.
Yule Scepter now, making it even harder for you to be able to disengage from this Pango as well as go on him.
They lost the gem too.
But seriously, how does he have an Ethereal Blade? Duster, what are you doing? He's level 20. Ethereal Blade, he's got the 150
Oh, he's gonna get
gold
jumped
per
on
minute
right now.
but a nullifier from Mind Control makes it a little bit difficult for him. He can't actually make himself Ethereal form, and he'll
Goodbye.
get popped by that Orchid.
Goodbye, good friend. 653 gold.
That's when you start feeling real bad for yourself if you're Liquid. You're like, damn,
Dude.
that support was worth 650
It's like normally
gold,
you
guys.
take somebody down like that as like 250.
Yeah.
You're happy about that.
King RD amping himself up.
They
as
should.
They should be. They are very close from evening out
Yeah.
this series. Honestly, it's like a 90% win for them here.
So I think people will say, like, why are they getting so hyped for paiN? They should try to be objective. This is a very big win for them if they do manage to take down Liquid. This would force Liquid into another elimination match. That would be so sick.
Yeah, the last best of one didn't go so well for Liquid.
This is one of their last two attempts to win a major this season. They've gotten second quite a few times. And paiN at bottom.
Weehaw's
Lina, gotta
an
find
extra
another
hero.
kill.
That's going to be GH. Maybe he can snowball. No.
He's got
Perfect timing from Weehaw every single time. Matamba Man is still chailing out here in this bottom lane. Trying to pick up a Scotty as his next item. Double Siege Wagon push in the top lane, making some trouble for HFN. He doesn't want to push himself a little bit too far forward. He knows the danger. If he's spotted on map, they can easily take away that Linken's with the Prophet.
Look how careful he's being. That's what we're talking about, discipline.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I'll lose that tower. It's really not going to make a difference in the grand scheme of things. But Liquid, they're starting to make headway on the map right now. Only a 6K lead for paiN. They're starting to cut that a little bit. The benefit of playing against a team that's so afraid is you get to farm everywhere.
Yeah.
Because paiN is starting to 5-man a lot, Liquid is starting to realize that. They're starting to change things up. Mind Control, here we go.
Fire plus a Bloodthorn, that's going to make it difficult, but Duster saves him with the Ethereal Blade, and now they just continue to try to run with the Primal Roar. Miracle, there was a second part of this plan. The song comes out too late. The Rolling Thunder from Tavo is completely useless here. The setup to make sure they get Miracle, but Matumbaman, he's going to follow this one up with the Morphling down. They know they can take these kind of engagements. The Meteor Hammer's coming out from King RD. The late Miracle, he's still going to die. Weehaw makes sure to finish him off with just the right clicks, bringing him down. Kuro's up next. This BKB from Weehaw just makes him invulnerable and snaring to Matumbaman. He has to Dark Pack that one off. BKB activated.
He's going to get
the
the
roll
roll, but they're damaged. He's done.
It's too much.
HFN with a buyback. He wants to end this game.
Oh, he didn't buy back for that entire fight. He buys back now because he knows that Liquid
They've
can't
got no
defend.
buybacks.
They're just going to go straight for tier 4s and throne, I think. Look at him. They just drew a line straight into the base.
Buyback status. You've got it up on the Slark, and that's it. The other heroes not in that position. Miracle had already used it.
I mean, that's just a great read by them. Like, making sure they have the timing on the Beastmaster as well as the Rubik.
Yeah. It's going to be a 2-on-5 defense. Weehaw still has the Aegis. Tavo pressing forward. They want this. HFN doing so much damage to the tower right now. Liquid has to commit something. The snowball going to come in. Grabs HFN.
Shield crash. That'll finish him off, GH. And HFN starts working on that next one. Now it's a 1 versus 5. Matumbaman trying to jump in already at half HP. Yule Scepter out. Matumbaman doesn't actually land that combination onto Montu to make sure he's controlled, but they do have the song. A Meteor Hammer's gonna come down, and it doesn't matter. GG's called. Liquid are down. paiN Gaming take game 2, evening out this series. Boys and girls, we've got another best of 1 between Liquid and paiN.
My favorite part about this is it would be very easy to just get shell-shocked after game number 1 when they just got absolutely stomped and just say like, okay, whatever, they're the better team.
Yep.
I like that paiN is playing without fear. This is a very disciplined team. They're doing all the little things correctly, getting that ward down in the fight, making sure that they go the long way. They know that Liquid is very abusive with his Nature's Prophet. They were very smart throughout the entire game, very well done by them. And something also that Fog pointed out, giving Weehaw his comfort heroes. You know what they're going to be, but when he gets to these kinds of heroes, it doesn't seem like it matters when he has that rough laning phase. He knows how to bounce back. Very well done by him.
It's a formula we've seen from paiN time and time before. You give them a good HFN hero, you give them a good Weehaw hero, and the rest of the team will play around it to make sure it's a success. paiN Gaming now in a 1-on-1 against Liquid. Game 3 is coming up next, but first, we'll have the panel. Very surprised panel. They wanted paiN to prove them wrong, and they absolutely did.
Indeedy. Surprised. Yeah, that's how the panel are feeling right now. They wanted a game 3. They wanted paiN to win this game, and that's why our panel members have got. Alan, you must be thrilled.
Well, I am absolutely thrilled, and this was the Tavo that we saw on the main stage at the Kiev Major that shocked the world. 11, 3 and 21 in on 32 of the 45 paiN kills. He was everywhere in these fights on the Pango. I love the Blink Vanguard as the first 2 items in the middle of it. Completely different from a lot of the Pango games that we've seen in the past. We questioned this during the draft, and he absolutely delivered.
The biggest thing for me in this game, to be honest, is like I like that Will was pointing it out a lot, is the way that they outnumbered Liquid constantly, because Liquid, when they play this Nature's Prophet, they want to be picking you apart. They want to split you up. As soon as you get outnumbered, they'll TP, outnumber you in the fight every single time. But besides that, the laning. They put the aggro tri-lane. They put the Pango in a position where he can get something. That's the adjustment. Because otherwise, if he's just alone up top, he is not going to have that type of game.
Yeah,
that's set up like everything.
You were worried about this Pango.
Yes,
I mean,
I was.
How did it fit in? How were they going to use it? How were they going to itemize it? Where was it going to sit in the lane? How was it going to disrupt? It didn't look like it was going to be very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's great versus Slark, you know, the Heart Pierce and all that, and if you get farm, you're able to tank up, and that's what he did. I mean, this is the build that Tavo does in most of his games, too. I just looked at like all of his pub games, and it's like Vanguard, Yules, tank up, guarding Greaves, etc. And when you're Slark, you struggle a lot versus this. Matu also, to be fair, had a pretty rough game, missing a lot of pounces, missing a lot of like different spells, really getting punished a lot, but it was mostly because paiN played very, very quick and were responding with numbers in every single situation.
Yeah, 2 things that you're seeing in a lot of these fights. Number 1, they're concentrating on Miracle very early, and once Miracle's down, they don't have much in the way of disable to affect Tavo in his ulti, right? That once that roar is down. The other thing, there's a big interaction between the first point that you made and Will mentioned about outnumbering Liquid, and the fact that you don't see Liquid get outplayed in the vision game like this very often. And that was a big way that paiN were able to anticipate the movements by Liquid, not just getting those wards down in the fight, but then having that ward in the Radiant jungle to spot out Liquid a couple minutes later in that big rotation that they tried to make to get back into the game.
Yeah, they had, I mean, paiN had such good reads. It was a couple times too. I saw Liquid. They're like, oh, it's smoke. Scan came out like instantly, caught them on top. That was actually the fight I think Liquid won, the one that I'm talking about. But that's because Kuro stole the Pango ulti, which didn't end up happening too much. But yeah, overall, paiN, that was a pretty damn good game by them. They really just took Liquid off their.
I think more importantly as well, and for fans of them, it means that they're kind of. The convictions come back, isn't it? Because everyone was like, well, the game against Liquid yesterday, got a good draft, got a few good heroes, maybe that was a bit lucky.
Best of one, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly, right? And then they get stomped first game here, and you think, well, obviously now, see, yesterday was a fluke because that's good. This has actually set it aside now. This is more legit, isn't it?
Yeah, and I love the point, the very last point that Fog made about how Liquid did have a couple of good plays in these fights. paiN took a couple of gut punches even when they were ahead and showed that they were able to maintain control of the game. This was not a game where they ran some kind of cheese strats, got way ahead. They did what they wanted to do, but they had to execute to close this game out, and they showed that they could do it.
Yeah, they did. We'll look ahead to game 3.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
This is actually giving Liquid some questions to answer.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing I said at the beginning. Don't let Weehawk get one of these heroes.
Well, how many has he got? How many can you ban?
Well, there's the three big ones, I'll say.
So
It's like
TA,
Lina, TA, Ember,
and
then I'll throw in from his pub plays the OD and the Death Prophet.
But it has to be Lina on that list too after
Lina
what we've
is the
seen
big
recently.
One. Yeah, Lina's one of the big ones.
So the question though, okay, we know when Liquid gets a game up in these series that Miracle sometimes likes to play a little fast and loose.
Yep.
How much of that Beastmaster mid was Miracle wanting to try something a little bit new? The team has been experimenting, as we talked about in the opener, and how much of it is wanting to dodge that Matu versus Wii matchup mid? That was the question in my mind.
I think it was about the lane. I think if you put Nature's Prophet there, the Lina can harass and you push the wave in constantly, and you can go for dive plays constantly onto that Nature's Prophet. Beastmaster can match by pushing the wave in. Your axes, your axe spam. And he was actually doing great on the last hits.
He was,
too.
although it was interesting because he was doubling up the Lina really early, but there were 2 different times that he was down to like 50 health in that lane, so he couldn't be quite as aggressive as Miracle usually likes to be in that matchup against the Lina.
Because, well, he's melee. So
sure,
his last hits are inflated, but he's ferrying salves, he's ferrying more regions, so it's not like his net worth is really that much higher. It's just the last hits.
I'm going to give you a fantasy scenario now. Both of you have been put in charge of paiN Gaming. You're the managers now.
Oh, God.
You run this team. Fogged is going to go off and get them water and food. Alan, what do you tell them in the break? What are you telling them right now before they head into game 3?
I'm telling them the same thing that I would have been telling them before the series, and that is you are good enough to beat this team. You need to draft heroes that you're confident that you can execute. You need to draft solid lanes, and you need to go out and win the game. It's that simple.
Win the game.
Okay, I'm
just kidding.
That was my great success as coach. That's why.
I'm not feeling it.
Oh, come on, guys.
I wanted more. I wanted some professionalism or something. More motivation. It was a good effort by an amateur manager. But if he's an amateur manager, why don't we hear from the pros? This is how the real men do it.
My name is Jaisal Parekh. I'm from Optic Gaming. My gamer tag is Spacel. I take care of a lot of different teams at Optic Gaming.